Make sure you like, share, and hit that subscribe button, people.
Hot Facts with Robert Reese. With Robert Reese. Come and get them hot facts with Robert Reese. Come and get them hot facts with Robert Reese. Come and get them hot facts with Robert Reese. Come and get them hot facts with Robert Reese. Come and get them hot facts with Robert Reese. Hot facts. Come and get them hot facts. Come and get them hot facts with Robert Reese. Come and get them hot facts. Come and get them hot facts. Come and get them hot facts with Robert Reese. Hot facts. Robert Reese. Hot facts. Hot facts. Robert Reese. Hot facts. Gig economy. Robert Reese. News channel. Gig economy. News channel. Hot facts with Robert Reese. Hot facts with Robert Reese. Hot facts. 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 Hey. With Robert Reese. Come and get them hot facts. Hot facts. Hot facts. Robert Reese. Hey. Gig economy. News channel. Hot facts with Robert Reese. Sit back, relax, and listen. Come on. Get these hot facts. K-Reese 007 for Hot Facts with Robert Reese. Thank you for tuning in. Hot facts.
Hot facts, people. Hot facts, people. Thank you for tuning on in. If you are brand new, my name is Hot Facts with Robert Reese, the official news channel of the gig world. Been spending the last few days getting ready to think about who am I going to be putting down on the next boardroom. In case you didn't know, the boardroom is the next series that showcases content creators in the gig world and shows what they are doing on a different level. Make sure you tune on in, and you can also pick it up on the podcast. So no matter what you're doing, you can tune on in and get it. Let's say you're doing one of them Amazon Flex things, and you're inside the warehouse, you're scanning. You can still go ahead and listen to it and get the information in. Make sure you check out the boardroom. Okay, got a pretty interesting list here today. We're going to talk about a major Walmart issue that needs to be addressed, and it's with the Walmart Spark. We're going to go over that. We're going to go over, we received a super tip from a customer yesterday. We're going to go over that, over addresses and changing and doing all this other stuff. And then, we got a little bit of hot dog talk. Sam Lee says, deactivated from Doordash. I have to drive to San Gabriel every day to do Hungry Panda. You don't got to drive way over there. You got roadie and stuff, but Sam Lee. In just a little bit, if you are still here, I would like to ask you a few questions on what happened there. Actually, Sam, if you want to click the link now, you can click the link now and go ahead and ask you some questions on that and go from there. If not, we'll go ahead and start the show. And then if you ever click the link, we'll go ahead and go over and talk about a little bit of that. We're going to do that because that is some interesting news for the hardest working DoorDasher that we know in the whole Western Hemisphere. Taking just about every single order, doing what you're doing. I have questions on if the AI said that this dude broke the bank and they got rid of you, or was it for something that was your own wrongdoing? Things like that. I just got to go ahead and ask you those questions, Sam. So, uh, woo, that's man, Sam. But I'm gonna just get to it just like this. All right, let's start off with this Walmart Spark. Okay, Walmart Spark. So yesterday, I get an order. Okay, the order is $37.98. I think we got Sam Lee available, so we'll go ahead and yep, we got Sam Lee now. Let's go ahead and turn this, people. You're gonna get an exclusive interview from Hot Facts with Robert Reese with Sam Lee. Sam Lee was just deactivated from Doordash. He has been the hardest working DoorDasher that we have seen in a long time. He does not glitch. He does what he has to do, and he was making a ton of money on DoorDash, averaging like 2,000 a week. And some people say, well, he drives all the time. Well, there are some people that drive all the time, and they were not pulling in what Sam Lee was pulling in, and he was getting it done relatively on the it seemed like an easy scale because what he was doing no one else was doing because they said I'm not going to do it. So he was like, if you guys go to sleep, I'm just going to eat when you're asleep, and that's what he was doing. Now, Sam, thank you for joining in. People, if you don't know, this is Sam Lee, Mr. Unpredictable, but always predictable when it comes down to get his paper and that Peking duck. Yeah, yeah, because that's what he likes to do. Sam, man, what happened, man? What happened? My wife told me, right? That's how I got the news. My wife told me, she said, I think Sam got deactivated. And I was like, huh? I was like, man, I got to hear something from Sam so I can hear something. And then you pop in right now. And then you said that, she let me know. And I was like, man, she said, sorry to hear that. There it is there. She said, sorry to hear that. I was like, dang, Sam Lee, what happened, Sam Lee?
Yeah, I honestly think it was a mistake. It's either that or I'm talking hella crap online and they're watching. But yeah, I believe that like some people from DoorDash is watching all these live stream comments and stuff. So, but
Well, well,
I don't. But
that's an issue that I brought up to a lot of the gig content creators. I was like, when you guys get up there and you talk real bad about the company and you say that you're gonna stick it to the company and things like that, they could be watching it. But at the same time, they have these town halls where they say we want to hear your voice and hear what you got to say. Well, if they're hearing your voice, they shouldn't be getting mad at it, especially somebody that's accepting the orders and dropping them off without them having to be there sitting. You know what I mean?
yeah,
Dang. So
but
you said it could have been you talking too much here on the tube, or it could have been what else?
or it was probably like like what's it called? Like they deactivated me like it was a mistake probably.
Yeah,
But
from the AI.
yeah, because like I got deactivated the same day Dashing Trader made that video about what's it called? That DoorDash updated their are gonna enforce stuff. And I read all that stuff that Dashing Trader he posted something about like that DoorDash news article thing. And they said that they're gonna give people warnings before deactivation. Like, okay, if you if you get in an argument with the customer and you get reported, then they're gonna give you warnings first before they deactivate you. But I never ever argued with the customer ever. So yeah, and I never got no warnings before deactivation. But I'll say this one thing, like ever since I work in Bakersfield one time, like, and then like I come back to work out here, um, sometimes my app is like glitching. Like sometimes I'm trying to complete the order and it says like I'm in Bakersfield. So so in order to complete the order, I have to drive back into the zone. It might take anywhere from 5 to 10 minutes. So sometimes I have to drive back into the zone in order to complete the order. And I've done that. The only way to avoid that is if you're on the DoorDash app and you know you're outside of your zone, don't press the back button, because sometimes I press the back button. I'm trying to like, and I have like multiple stacks, and I'm trying to see, okay, um, which customer should I go to first? Because sometimes when you pick up the orders late, right? Sometimes they'll mix up the which customer to drop it off first. They might make you drive to the customer 3 miles away first, even though the closest customer is like a mile away. So sometimes you have to switch that. But if you do switch that, sometimes it'll glitch and you're
You
outside
gotta
of the
be
zone.
careful with that, Sam. You gotta be careful with that. Let me tell you what that glitch is. That you're talking about. That when you know that someone is he'll hop back in. When you know that someone is relatively close, and you want to go ahead and do that delivery first yourself, what's going to happen is you don't know that that customer actually paid for priority delivery, which means that their order has to be delivered first. And if their order is not delivered first, it's going to make a glitch in the matrix on you doing the delivery. So that's why the customers pay that extra 199 to get their order delivered first. It don't make sense to us, but now when you think about it, you know, when they do pay that 199 to get their order first and you go drop off an order to someone else, that's going to make the system go a little weird on you, and it will glitch. And it will glitch. So now, depending on how many times, they're going to say, how many times has this happened with this account? You don't know that if they already put a red flag on your account because you've been getting your orders and you've been dropping them off according to the route that you're going. This is something that we've been trying to tell Bud Soda for a long time. That if you do that, you have to understand that the customers pay for extra services on their end, that it's either you can't see on your end, and they make it so that you don't see, so that they can see if the driver is really going to do it the way we gave it to them. And if that happens, you can get glitched out. And if it happens over and over again, they can deactivate you for it. They'll give you something for suspicious activity or um, something like that. So
But I think the most logical reason for why I probably got deactivated is like when my app gets glitched and I drive back to my zone to complete the order, like like every time I press complete the order, I'm away from the drop off location. So I guess people think I'm like milking Prop 22 or something, but seriously, I'm not milking Prop 22. It's just sometimes my damn app is glitched. They'll say I'm like in this different area up here, but I'm up here. Just the thing about California, right? Like in different regions, you see different zones. So if you're in Central California, you only see the zones up in Central California. When you're up in Northern California, you only see the zones up in Northern California. When you're in Southern California, you only see the zones in Southern California. So yeah, it always glitches me. It always says that I'm in Central California, even though I'm not in Central California. So
so when that happens, like how many times have you received the order from where you are, but then it tells you that you are in a whole different region of California? Because that seems weird. Like there's something wrong with the app and then with the orders in your phone. So is it like, do you feel like it's a backlog of orders that they're saying that you should have dropped these off and they're just tallying them up?
No, I never get orders up there. It's just if I'm outside, like a zone, like I'm outside of the zone. It'll say that okay, you can only work um in the closest zone is like Lancaster. So it says like okay, so like Moreno Valley is kind of like this, right? It's kind of like a T shape kind of. So if I'm in like these back
Right.
alleys right here by like Iris or something, like by Moreno Beach, I'm like by one of those back corners where I'm outside of the zone, and I press back for some reason, like okay, I want to check my earnings, or I want to check like what time this order needs to be
I
delivered
know
by.
what you're talking about.
Then
You're
I'll
like
get
a
glitched
Moreno
out.
Beach, JFK. Yeah, Moreno Beach and JFK. It puts you outside the zone on one side of the street, and then the other side of the street, you are in the zone for the DoorDash. I know exactly what you're talking about.
Yeah, it's like over there and like by Redlands Boulevard, like places over there too, and
Yeah.
up by like yeah, yeah. So I've been trying to tell my mind that like okay, don't ever press the back button, but then sometimes like I slip up and I still press the back button, and I'm like, shit, now I can't. Now I can't press complete the order until I get back into the zone because it keeps thinking I'm up in. It keeps like because every time I press return to dash, it'll just like refresh the page and bring me back to that page
So,
until I
so
got
what's
back
happening
to
to
the
you is
zone.
accident. What's happening to you is an accident, and it's similar to Nugs. How Nugs was purposely, trying to hide himself from the app to get the extra time. He was doing it purposely, but what happened on accident to you is you got to go ahead and fight that, man. You got to go ahead and fight that one. You got to send in a detailed um, description of everything, and just don't let the AI do its thing. Because here's what the people got to understand: when it comes to the AI and how it's running on all of these gig apps, okay, this is what the AI does. Okay, the AI is designed to go off of just numbers by itself. Okay, and that's it. So if there's a numerical sequence that goes out of order, it's gonna trigger something, and it says that it's going to deactivate people, and it is what it is. Is this reception going nuts? Can't do my Walmart Spark if it's going nuts. So yeah, it's the AI is set to detect. So when people say your acceptance rating don't matter, your acceptance rating don't count, all your stats don't matter, all your stats don't count, you have to understand that the AI, the AI by itself is set up specifically to go over numbers. So if something is designed to go over numbers, then you got to know that your numbers do matter. And it goes over numbers and different variables that you didn't even think of yourself. Like he just talked about it saying that he's out of a zone, and it's showing him that he has to drive back to a zone and everything. All of that makes it so that there is it's it's crazy. It's making it so that you look weird in the eyes of the AI. And if you look weird in the eyes of the AI, then the AI has to make a decision. Now, they took that job away from the people because they said that a lot of humans complain that they don't want that job. They don't want to be the person that hits the button and ends someone's money making or whatever else it is. They don't want to do that at all. So they put that in the hands of the AI. The AI don't care. The AI says I'm going to do whatever I want to do, and if it looks fishy, it's fishy, and I'm gonna do what I got to do. The people that don't know how to come back with the AI, with their written correspondence, if they don't know how to come back with the AI with that, then the AI won. And the AI is going to continue to deactivate tons of drivers across the United States. And it's up to drivers to understand simple things like Sam Lee said, well, I got stacked orders and they want me to take this order when I know that this person lives closer, but the other person paid that fee, that 199 fee. So if a customer is denied the service that they paid for, and the person that did not go ahead and drop it off right, then the AI automatically has to go back to that driver and go ahead and give that contract violation, give whatever else it is. That's what they have to do. Now, it sucks. Yes, it does suck because there's a lot of people and a lot of drivers out there that say, well, I it was for no reason. But it can only be for no reason, if it was really for no reason at all. And those chances in those cases, we have seen people come back from deactivation. It's rare. Yes, it is rare. We have seen those people come back though. So people, you got to start understanding that even though you are what they say, an independent contractor, Gig Drive and Thrive is here. Even though that you are an independent contractor, you are put on a employee time frame from when you hit accept and from when it is complete. Okay, so you got to understand you can wake up, and go to work whenever you want to. You are an employee that can create the most perfect schedule he can without going to HR and trying to have somebody, can you switch with me here and switch there? And now management has like 5 people that switch days, and on their spreadsheet, the everything ain't right. It ain't like that. You can pick your own schedule and do everything else, but you got to understand that you are under another rule. What's up, Kevin? How you doing?
Oh man, I'm driving through Indiana right now, so my signal might be a little weird, but I saw you on. I was like,
Okay.
I'm in there.
Oh yeah, hope the family is you guys are taking on. You guys are holding up.
We're doing good, man. It's I had to drop the kids back off at the house, and then my mom's watching them, and then I'm heading back up with the wife. She's with her parents, so. And then we're heading to St. Louis after that, so it's a busy weekend for us.
Okay. Now, let me get your opinion on hearing what Sam Lee just had to say.
So I didn't hear the whole thing, but what was the brief synopsis?
All right, so he was deactivated, and he's having issues of it telling him he's not in the zone to go drop it back off, and he has to drive back to a zone, and it's showing confusion inside of the app. And also he feels that maybe DoorDash is watching, when people talk down on the app. And also he said that sometimes if he has a stacked order and he sees that this person is closer, he'll take it to that person first, not knowing that the other person could have paid for that priority drop off first. So that could be an issue there. So from hearing those 3 things there, what's your input on that?
So I remember, I don't know if it was with you or with Jeff, JTB, that Dash and Q, I think it was him and JTB were talking about, like, that DoorDash has a social media department that kind of keeps an eye on everything. And there's got to be a way for them to figure out who's got what account, whatever. So I think that's a possibility. And with that whole priority thing, I get that. I mean, I've paid for priority before on my DoorDash orders, and I'm the only order they have on DoorDash, but they're multi-apping, or they're dirty multi-apping, and doing Uber Eats. I think DoorDash and Uber Eats should let you know as a driver, hey, this person paid for priority. Because when you look at it from a Dasher perspective, sometimes the way they send orders and make you deliver them or suggest you deliver them don't make sense. But if we had a little bit more transparency of knowing, hey, they paid for priority, I think it would make it easier on us. But I think also it goes sometimes, like I got an add-on for an order last week, and I think the only reason it had me deliver the way it did was because of the order I received it. Because the second order I received was 0.3 miles away, and it wanted me to deliver it after. But in terms of his deactivation, it seems like a Doordash glitch, an error in the system. But then again, how do you go and prove that?
And
that's the only
here's my thing about that. You just said, the transparency part, right? Here's where I think the glitch starts off. Because if they were transparent and told you it was priority, then the driver might do the right thing all the time, right? But if they don't tell you that, they're going to see what driver is really out there doing the opposite. So it's kind of like, we're not going to tell you that because that's a customer feature. That's a customer feature. So that's why I tell drivers to understand the app from the customer side also. Yeah. So you can better tie up your ends. Just, you're tying up your ends. You don't want to just be on the opposite side. Now, Sam was making a lot of money on DoorDash, though. I'm talking about Sam coming in and going up there to the plate. Ricky Henderson that is getting on base and scoring runs. That's what he was doing there. So now all of that is taken away. Well, now he's got to figure out, though, Sam, you got to figure out, though, in your next correspondence with DoorDash, talk to the rep live and ask them what they see on their end. So now you know which way to go ahead and write your appeal. Don't just write an appeal without knowing exactly all the details. You know what I mean? You don't want to have an appeal that's completely different from what they have on file. You don't want to do that because then it's really going to look weird and you won't get back on.
Well, the problem is when you get a hold of, you have to get to the specialized department because the people that are getting your phone calls off the bat, they're not anyone who knows anything.
Right.
So you have to, here, give me 1 second. You have to get a hold of someone or have a supervisor call you back because those first, maybe even second levels, chat support or live support, they know nothing. Like, there's nothing that they can do to help you. So, but that's the trick is, and the issue is actually trying to get to someone who knows, or is it even beneficial for them to even take the time and manpower to even help you? Because they're trying to recruit new drivers every day, all day. They're throwing out $1, $2, $3, $4, $500, $1,000 bonuses for referring new drivers. So to them, is it worth even, and not to sound doom and gloom here, but is it worth, and this could be why we see such a low level of appeals actually being successful, is it worth the manpower to them to even try to even do that extra research for you?
Right. Now, let me throw a little twist in there. Let me throw a little something in that eggnog right now. What if they are prioritizing the priority deliveries to the drivers who have the highest ratings, right? And they're giving it to them. But now we got to throw this twist in the game. What if a lot of those drivers were using the glitch and stuff like that, and they really were still dirty apping at the same time? And you see what I mean? They actually set it up to filter them out to the highest rated drivers. But now the highest rated drivers are actually not doing the job right. It's the brand new drivers that will. You see how it can go backwards on you?
Well, let me ask you a question. If I'm not mistaken, Sam Lee, you're the one who everyone rags on for accepting $1 mile orders, aren't you?
Yeah.
So Sam Lee should be the one that and this is where AI obviously has more to do with it than a human person, because a human person could say, "Ooh, this is, this guy is accepting almost, a lot more orders than other people are." So you would think they would have a little bit more leniency towards him.
Right. or they think that he broke the bank. He broke the code.
Yeah.
They think that he's making too much money on the platform, and they have to slow it up some because he's doing something that they really don't want, and especially, he's doing it in
2022.
California.
Yeah.
So so it could be that you are the mystery driver who can break the bank. And you know what? I think I might throw it up there. Is Sam Lee the DoorDash driver who broke DoorDash's bank? That is something we got to think about there. Ain't no one got Sam Lee stories. No one. No one has Sam Lee stories. None. Now let me ask you guys this. Now, Walmart Spark yesterday, I go inside. The order is $37.89. I go in there and I shop 55 items. Okay. I get to almost maybe a mile from the lady's house, and the app tells me that I have to return the whole order, and I didn't know what was going on. Then the customer calls me and tells me that, or I see that you're close by. What's going on? I said, well, it's telling me that I have to return the items to the store. Um, she told me on her side, it said that it was my fault, but then on my side, it said that I cannot complete. So I have to call customer support, did all that stuff, right? Here is where Walmart Spark has a huge issue. When you go inside and do your shopping, anything that's perishable, right, starts off at a timer. All the perishable items are not put together to where you're going and shopping, right?
Yeah.
So there's a timer that starts. The timer does not equate for you waiting in line and still shopping and having to get out the store and bag everything. So when the timer goes off and ends, it tells the driver to go all the way back. Now, I got
Wow.
paid full for the order. The lady didn't get her order, and she was the cat lady. I picked all the cat food and everything. That took forever to pick all the cat food.
Yeah.
So they probably have to send another driver out. um, I had to go through the loops, go back in, get the employee's name who took the return of the order and everything else like that. I told customer support, you guys need to fix the timer so that when you actually leave the store, because we have to wait in line. You have to bag all your items. You got to get to
Hey,
your
Robert.
vehicle. You got
I
to
gotta
put
head
them
out.
in.
I gotta
Yeah,
head out, boss.
yeah. Go ahead. Go ahead.
All right, later.
You got to go ahead and you got to go ahead, pick everything, put everything in your vehicle. Then you got to drive it over to the place, and they start that timer once you pick up one item. I can be in one area, and then all their items are spread out throughout the whole grocery side. So there's perishable mixed in on separate things. And that lady, the customer, was upset. She didn't get her stuff in time. I was right around the way. I could have dropped it off, but then there's a glitch in the system that would not even let me continue the order until I went all the way back to the Walmart to where they saw that I was there for the return. Walmart has to fix this. If you were on Walmart Spark and if you have had this happen, um, throw it in the comment box. Say something. I thought that was weird. I have to go do all the shopping and not drop it off to a customer. They took all the stuff, had me throw it into another cart. When I got to Walmart, they took it all back, and they said we're just going to put this as go backs. So another driver is going to have to shop for all that stuff. Now keep this in mind. All the cat food that I picked, I went through all the substitutions and everything. So any driver that's going to go in there and pick that order, or who had to pick that order, all the cat food that they are supposed to be looking for is already back there ready to be going to that lady, and they're going to say unavailable, no substitution, and she's not going to get the groceries that was already picked for her. That is a headache and a terrible day. Walmart Spark, you need to fix that. All right? You need to fix that. Now, got this next one. If anyone wants to hop in on this one. Now, the poll question up there is, would you take the time and drive the extra mileage if someone changes the address? Meaning being, last night we got free Wingstop. Okay, I put the short up there. The short is doing great. Now, the title says from you know, so-called scamming or suspected scamming customer. Here is why I put possible scamming customer there. When we go get the order, the staff says that there's two for the same per person. Are you picking up both of them? No, only one. They were told that maybe another driver is going to come and pick up the other one. All right. So we get done with that. We go to Wendy's because it's a double order. It's a stacked order. So we go to Wendy's now because Wendy's is right next door. So we go to Wendy's and the customer is saying that, can you please deliver it to this address? Now, the extra mileage going on there, no one's even going to take that order by itself for what they tried to add on. Okay? For what they tried to add on. They were told that, we have to deliver the order to the address that's on the app. Okay? They were like, please, 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 this and that. But here's the thing. Side note, there's two orders of the same order already at Wingstop. So did this happen right here? Were they trying to scam and get somebody else some food at another location and then get their food delivered and get one for free, like buy one, get one free? Is this what they were doing? It is a strong possibility. Okay? Strong possibility. Or did the person realize that they put the wrong address in on the first one? Another driver came and was like, I'm not going to drive the extra miles like that either. And it was still sitting there. And then they ordered again and did the same exact thing twice. Could that have been what it was? From both of those things, the only thing that matters is this here. The customer canceled the order. Full pay was given and got the full pay, got the food, did not have to drive those extra miles. I hear Pedro and a lot of gig content creators say, know your worth. We're not moving for this. It's not worth it. Was that worth it to you? Or is that order right there worth it so that you can actually go out of the way to drive to another spot when you accepted it as a stack order because of how they were originally lined up? Now, if you got to go the opposite way, then try to come all the way back to drop the other one off, was that worth it right there? Is that what you signed up for? It's not what you signed up for because you accepted, the acceptance that they were giving you. You said, I will take that offering. Yes. Now, the customer did cancel. So it's either the customer knew that they were caught trying to go ahead and give food to somebody else at another residence, or the customer was like, dang, I did it twice. Ain't no driver go ahead and drive over here. I did it twice. Is it worth it to drive all the way to another address? Now, here is something that my wife was saying. If we drive to the address that's already there on the app, they're going to try to contact customer support and say that they never received their food or something else like this, and then you'll get a contract violation if you even proceed to deliver it to the address that you have on file, which is where that scam can go ahead and go in place. The driver goes and drops off the food, takes a picture, walks on off. Somebody there in that house, they get a text message from the person that's supposed to be saying, I'm going to send you food. They got the food. Then they do all of this. What does that say? 2.9550. All right. So the video has it there. And, would you do it? Would you do it? Knowing you can get a contract violation, knowing that they can say this or that, or do you handle it that way? You go ahead, explain to them, let them know. When they ask you what's the procedure, you go ahead and let them know, and then bam. They cancel it, and everything is good. Okay. So we take that additional 3.9 miles, add it to the other miles with the other order. It ends up being going the complete opposite way. Now, my boy TFT, my deputy, has gone above and beyond and drove way farther than that, like 15, 20 minutes past. He received a big tip and said that it was something that happened. Driver took the food. The guy never got his stuff. He felt bad, so he took the stuff to him. This one is someone changing the address, and there's already 2 orders sitting up there. So let me know what you would do. Give me one quick sec. All right, so now I have, let me know what you would do. But I got to talk about this. I put up a video the other day, and it was about the hot dogs at the gas stations. How do you eat your hot dogs at the gas stations? Now, I had a quarter pound all beef dog, and in the video, you see me go like this. When it's the relish, the onions, I see gnats flying over all that stuff all the time. I don't I don't touch that stuff. I keep it original, ketchup and mustard. Okay? Ketchup and mustard. The video is the video is doing all right. The video is not doing that bad. But what it did do was it brought out, go check them out. New York, it's NYC hot dog stands. My man is approaching 50,000 subscribers, and he goes all around to different hot dog stands around New York, different places. He tries them out, and he tells you what hot dogs are the best. He tells you how you should eat your hot dogs and everything. Well, during that video, I tagged him, and he hit back and said he has been summoned. So I don't know if he's going to do a video about going to the gas station. I don't know about that. Or I don't know if he's going to do a direct reply and talk about the hot dogs. Now, the reason why I put that up there is because delivery drivers, we have to eat. You eat on the run. There's a lot of people that don't cook, and Uber Jeep AZ speaks about this. When you're in rideshare, you can pack you can pack everything you have it with you, eat it and separately, and do everything else like that. But there's a lot of people that do the food delivery, that they go to a lot of gas stations because we got to put gas in the car. So you go into the gas stations, you're picking up your honey buns, you're picking up your Polar Pops at Circle K, you're picking up the taquitos at 7-Eleven. You're doing doing all these things, but you got to realize that they got hot dogs out there, and some of these places have really, really bad hot dogs. Some have really, really great hot dogs. I always watch the people making the hot dogs ahead of me, so I can see what they touch. If I see you sneeze and do your nose like this, and I see you go make a hot dog, first of all, I'm not going to buy the hot dog. And that's why I don't go with the condiments there. Ketchup is in the pack. Mustard is in the pack. If you want to get a little bit more fatty with it, you throw you some mayo on there. The construction workers put everything in the station on the hot dog. I don't know how they do that, but that right there is what they do. All right. So how do you eat your hot dogs at gas stations? And this can just be like how you just eat your hot dogs, period. All I know, I keep it OG. I keep it OG. Ketchup and mustard. Ketchup and mustard. Keep it OG. Keep it OG. Now we have Sam Deactivated. trying to figure out what really happened. He's going to do his appeal. We spoke about the delivery problem at Walmart Spark on how it's affecting the drivers. Talked about delivering over to different addresses when a customer puts it in. Okay. And you know what? And on top of the different addresses, just know that when someone tells you to purposely go inside their bag to double check after it's sealed, and you let them know that it's already been sealed, and they tell you that it's okay, you can go ahead and double check the food. Do not double check that food. That is someone that is possibly going to be trying to scam you. You don't want to get deactivated for tampering with food. Know that. And also, there was someone that had it was something about some money, and they thought the debit card was stolen, and customer support was calling and trying to get someone to do all these extra things. People, you should know the customer support phone number for whatever app you are using. It's going to start with whatever number it is: 430 450 720. Sometimes you're going to know what the phone number is. You're going to know from customer support, and then you're going to know from the customer itself. Okay, 415, that pops up also. If you get a phone call from someone trying to get information from you and saying that you need to be doing this and this is how they have to correct things, chances are it's a scam. What I would do is tell that person, let me call you right back. I'm going to go ahead and contact customer support. You go ahead and contact customer support. You go through the motions, you go through the loop, and you let customer support get in contact with them, because chances are if someone, first of all, trying to take money from you on a delivery, give you a contract violation, you get deactivated, and it is all bad for you. So just know that always double check with customer support. If you don't double check with customer support, if you don't take pictures, if you're not a gig content creator and you're going to houses, still record. You guys can still go ahead and get the GoPros and put them on your chest. You guys can still record for yourself to send in for customer support. When you say, I did drop it off, this is what happens. Make sure you are filming yourself. Take pictures of everything, but more importantly, film yourself. Okay? Film yourself. Complete documentation. Don't end up on the wrong end. Don't end up doing your own thing. But Soda, I hope you were listening to Sam Lee, dropping off orders that you say this one needs to go first. We all know that you are the dirtiest player in the game when it comes down to the dirty apping and multi-apping. We do understand that, but you got to understand some of these people are paying for priority access. And if you take away what they're paying for, only you, the driver, are at fault. All right? People, we out of here like Chuck Woolery in 2 and 2. Peace out.